Hi, host Eric here, host Talking with Famous People. So I just made, before I posted the GoToMeeting thing, a little video where I responded to this, to like the 30 seconds or so that I watched of this hour-long video of by these two political guys. One of them name is Bill Williams, I think, something like that, and the other one's name is Molyneux, Stefan Molyneux. Now, the name Molyneux sounds very familiar to me because I'm pretty sure he's a libertarian, but I've never actually watched him or heard him or anything before. So she said, I'd like to get your thoughts on this. And that was a comment. So I clicked the link and I started watching a little bit of it. I don't know what she wanted to get my comments about. It was them talking about the conventions and stuff. But they were doing this behavior that goes like this. The problem is that the progressives on the left, they think that anything that conforms with their ideal of a progressive policy, that's what should be done, and they don't think they have to have any recognition of the facts. And whereas on the right, we've got people who are at least being honest, blah, 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 blah. They're still fucking playing that partisan game, you know? Or, I mean, Molyneux's didn't really talk about Republicans, but he was a little bit less like that. But the other guy was a lot like that, and Molyneux was somewhat like that too. This insistence on attacking the character of the progressives, right? Like, because progressives can't think, they blame me, right? No, fucking Molyneux and Williams. Progressives think fine. The issue is not progressives. It's not people. It's arguments. The thing we should all be attacking is the lack of real arguments being made in any of the political activities that the country is supposed to be doing for political reasons. Nobody's making any arguments. Oh, I don't know who he is. Somebody sent me a link. I watched like 30 seconds of it, a minute of it, and my comment, the title of the video is Meg, HE's thoughts on vid? HE. They're morons. I mean, that's my takeaway. Even though Molyneux sounds kind of smart in certain parts, he's got this people-focused fetish. He's trying to rile up the angry people, you know? I don't like that. That's fucking dumb. Like yeah, our team, fucking progressives or fucking Republicans or whatever. No, it's bad. I don't like that. So I didn't know that Molyneux was sketchy alt-right. I don't know still, but that's certainly Hami's claim. If anybody wants to dispute that, I don't want to take it at face value that he is. I don't really know anything about him. The name sounded familiar is all. Maybe host Zachary maybe knows something about this guy Molyneux. Hami says he's sketchy. I made a video after watching about 45 seconds or a minute or so of his video, just calling them morons because they seem like morons. But do you know who he is? You used to watch him a lot, Hami. Okay. Zachary, do you know who he is? Yubi? Nandi? Anybody else?
I used to watch him until he started.
Until he started what, Mega Bro?
He started praising Trump too much.
Oh. Well,
Who are we talking about?
we're talking about this fellow Molyneux and this video that a commenter named Meg Ryan, I don't know if that's her real name, just coincidence that she's named the same as the actress, or I don't know. But the point is, she asked me to watch this video and respond to it. So I watched a little bit of it, and it was by this guy named Stefan Molyneux, and he was with this other guy named Bill Williams, I think was the other guy's name. And they have he's got like 40,000 subscribers or something. I mean, he's obviously doing quite well. Or maybe even with 400,000, I don't remember. But the point is, I thought they were idiots. They're fixated on that, like, our team versus their team shit. I don't like that.
Yeah, he's part of like some Iron Ram cult type shit. That's what he's into.
Well,
What?
he said
Ayn
he's
Rand,
an objectivist. He's an objectivist.
Oh, Ayn Rand. Oh, I see. So he's a
Yeah.
libertarian?
I don't like
I mean,
those
he calls
labels.
himself. He was an anarcho-capitalist at first, and then now he's a full-blown nationalist. I guess like all right. All he talks about these days are race and like IQ and stuff like that.
See,
And he basically thinks that like all minorities are like lazy and like are obsessed with welfare, and he has like some issue with women. Like he's always talking about how women are.
please come on talking with Finnish
What were you
people.
gonna say?
I will. There, I want
He doesn't
to.
argue with people, Eric.
He doesn't argue with people.
No. Like basically, you have to go on a show, and you'll go on an argument with him, and then he'll just talk over you the whole entire time.
Well,
He's a con artist.
hey, homie, that may be true of every other guest who goes onto that show. If he has me on that show, he's in for a rude fucking awakening.
Trust me, he does that to everyone. And if you try to talk over him, he'll just hang up. You should watch some of his videos.
Homie, now I really want to fucking go on a show. I will.
You should.
I will tie him into fucking knots. I won't. If he's loud, I'll go super quiet.
He's not loud, but he's like
If he debates like a
super
bull,
passive aggressive and like.
if he debates like a bull, I know exactly what to do with him, right? You go.
Yeah.
So you ask him questions that he confirms that don't mean anything. First of all, you go. If he says X is Y and Y is Z, you go. So Y is Z, right? Yes. Okay. Every
But
time
he
he
loves
says
to like
something,
change the subject and stuff like that.
you got to ask them a question a lot to clarify. It interrupts their pacing. And then, as they get a little frustrated, why do you keep having problem understanding me? You know, and you go. Meanwhile, of course, you've kept track of all the answers, right? And you don't argue.
Yeah.
You go. Didn't you just say that? I'm sorry. Can you clarify that for me? I'm confused. And you don't even make arguments. You just tie him into pieces because he says such a bunch of stupid shit.
Yeah, and like a lot of his arguments, like if you don't think it through, it makes sense. But a lot of his arguments are based on analogies that he makes, and it's simple analogies.
It's group-based politics from the 1 minute of it I watched. I could tell in the 1 minute I
Yeah.
heard nothing but a bunch of progressives, this, and stupid liberals and all this kind of stuff. So it's group-based, which means it's weak. It can't sustain any scrutiny. I would love to go on his show. I would love for him to come on here. He would leave in tears if he came on here.
Yeah.
He
Like,
would
the
leave
only
in
reason I'm
tears
looking
if
at
I
it,
went on there.
watching-
He would leave in tears if I went on there. Because that guy, I would have no mercy at all. I would have not one shred of mercy with him. He's huge. He's an asshole. And
Give me some
he's
water.
making a bunch of wrong arguments, right?
Yeah.
So, but they'll never, this is the thing. They avoid, just like politicians do, they avoid that shit. People who are making bad, stupid arguments, the last thing they want to do is debate them. That's the problem. Anyway, that's not what we're supposed to be talking. Oh, we were talking about that, huh? That video, that's right. Okay, so Meg, you got 2 response videos on it. You got the response video that you asked for, and you got this little talking about it. Anybody else have any thoughts about this guy or those guy, that guy, or the other guy, or this topic in general?
What was he saying about progressives and liberals?
Okay, well, the Bill Williams guy, all he was doing basically is just this thing of what you call contemptuous head shake at the stupidity of the other guy, right? Those progressives, they sometimes I wonder they can get out the door in the morning. They can't tell a fact from an opinion. They think that anything that helps a poor person in their own head, that's a fact. That's what's wrong with America. That's these progressives, you know. And he's just spewing like, you know, here's the personified thing that you're supposed to feel angry at because we can't stand the fact we don't have anybody to blame. So, you know, yeah, let's hate the progressives, or let's hate Obama, or let's hate whoever. How about we hate wrong ideas?
agree with that. Wait, do you mean, are you talking about Bill Williams or Bill Whittle?
I think his name's Bill Williams.
Uh,
You could click the link if you wanted to see it. It's in the most recent video before the announcement.
The funny thing is that these conservatives are against welfare, but they're all for military spending and corporate subsidies, basically. So it's basically the same thing.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem, right? I don't approve of the wrongness, and it doesn't matter whether it's located to the left of me or to the right of me. I don't approve of their wrongness because they're hypocrites, right? They're hypocritical. They don't apply the same. They don't have a principled explanation for why it should be this way or that way. That's the thing that's so annoying. They don't even have. They don't think they should provide one. Anyway, I mean, Molyneux does have quite a good understanding of a rights framework from a sort of carny showman's perspective, I guess. But regardless, that's not the arguments he's making. So you don't get any points for knowing the right arguments when you're making the wrong ones intentionally.